Thank you for joining me for another reformer workout. Today we'll do a full body workout and we'll have our boxes with us for today in terms of props. And we're going to start on one red spring. And then we are going to have the box on lengthwise or long box. And you're just going to start seated on the box with lots of room behind you. And you're going to grab onto those straps. So we're just going to start by tucking that tailbone underneath, rolling off of those sitting bones, keeping the shoulders plugged in to the sockets. And you're just going back as far as you feel comfortable. And then you're going to sit up really nice and tall. So we're just working into a nice roll back. My feet are supported on the headrest, which is flat. Good. Going really tall back on those sitting bones. Taking a deep inhale at the top. Rolling back. And then exhaling, coming all the way up. Now if you want, you can challenge yourself and go a bit further and a bit deeper into that little curl. Ultimately, warming up those abs. Starting to challenge that core a little bit more with each rep. Getting some spinal mobility into this warm-up. Make sure that chest stays wide and proud as you roll back. Good. On this next one, you're going to pause. You're going to bring one leg up into tabletop. You're going to bring it back down. Keep pulling in the abdominals. Switch legs. And then you're going to sit tall. And you're just gently grabbing onto the ropes, the straps. I only have one loop, but if you have a reformer with more than one loop, you'll probably be holding on to that shorter loop. But you're welcome to hold on to the longer one if that feels more comfortable. Now you're welcome to stay here, or you can progress this a little bit. You can pause, hold, you can just continue to switch here or go into your alternating toe taps. And we're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then both feet come down. And you're going to sit up tall. We're not done with this yet. You're going to roll back. You're going to pause, you're going to go back into that tabletop, and you're going to add a bicep curl. And you're going to stay in your roll back the whole time. You're going to release those arms all the way. Chest stays wide and proud. Maybe squeeze those shoulder blades a little bit if that's going to help. We're going for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and then you're going to sit up nice and tall. From here, just sitting on those sitting bones, you're just going to press those arms straight back for a nice chest expansion. So again, chest is wide, squeezing the backs of the shoulders, sitting on those sitting bones, pulling those ribs in so you're not arching through that back. And a nice strong pull. Now if a red feels too heavy, you can drop down to one blue and one white, or one medium and one light. If this feels too light, you can add on extra resistance. Sometimes adding the lightest spring to your red or your heavier spring can be just the right amount. Good. Now as you press back, you're going to look to the left, release, look center. Press back, look to the right, release, look center. We're going to do 4 more like that. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold. You're going to look forward, and you're just going to pulse in the end range for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release those straps. You're going to crisscross the straps now. We're going to scoot back if you want a little bit more resistance, or you can stay where you are. Arms are reaching long in front of you. Left arm is going to stay straight as you bend that right arm and look back into that bow and arrow, and then carefully and slowly release. Right arm stays energized. We pull through that left arm, look back, and then release. Good. You can inhale as you turn and pull. Exhale back to center. And just alternating at a comfortable but controlled pace. Really squeezing the shoulder blades in the back of the body. Getting a nice rotation through that mid-spine. Keeping the shoulders down and away from the ears if possible. Good, last one here. And then looking back in front of you, you can uncross your straps, and then you can just hang them back onto your hooks there. From here, you're going to bring your right shin onto the bottom. You're going to rest that left foot on the headrest. Reach for the straps. You're going to take your hand and put it through the loop and grab onto the white part of the rope. Shoulders locked in. Supporting on that left foot, feeling contact with that right knee. From here, you're just going to stand up tall, pulling the straps with you, and then reaching forward, bum reaches back. Good. You press up, squeeze, and back forward. We're coming into that hinge. Really feeling that left glute and hamstrings. Long in the spine. Keep a nice bend in that left knee. Good. On this next one, you're going to add in an arm pull. So you reach up tall, pause, pull the arms back, release that tension, reach the body forward. Use the glute to stand up tall, add in a press with the arms, reach that body forward. We'll do this 5 more times. 4. 3. Last 2, you can do it. And your last one. Awesome. From here, you can just let those straps go. You can take your left leg onto the box with your right leg, and we can just come into a little cat-cow, releasing any tension you might be feeling through your spine, your back, your hips, maybe doing some body circles or a tail wag. Just releasing any tension that you might be feeling. From here, before we go to the other side, staying on that red spring or whatever you've chosen, any spring should be fine, a red, a blue, and a white. We're going to take that left foot to the bar. Hands are on the box. Single leg press away and back in. So you want to be able to press away without that right knee doing any pressing here. You're heavy through that left hand and shoulder. Supported through that right knee. Good. Next, you're going to press out, left leg stays long. You bring right knee to chest, bring it back down to the box, and bring that carriage in. We do 4 more like this. Press, knee up, down, and release. Last 2. And then last one. Beautiful. From here, you're going to take that right foot to the headrest. You're grabbing onto your loops and then grabbing onto the ropes. Abdominals engage. We sit up tall. And then we reach our body forward, like our belly button's reaching our thigh, our bum is reaching back. Use the heaviness in that foot to help you stand tall. We're not pulling with the arms or shoulders yet. Just coming into like that kickstand deadlift type of motion, that hinge motion. Making sure that the straps don't pull your shoulders out too far from you. You still want to have control through there. You're going to start to feel glutes and hamstrings again. Nice job. Good, and 3 more. We're going to add that extra pull with the arms. Good. On this last one, we grow really tall, we pause, we press. And release back into that hinge. Good. Stand tall and press. You give me 5 more. Moving in and out of this motion with control, breaking it into 2 different parts. So that hinge first, and then that extra pull. Good, I believe we have 3 more. Last 2. Last one. Good, and then you can rest those straps down. You're gonna take that right leg onto the box. That right foot goes onto the bar, supported through left knee, really heavy through right hand and shoulder. Single leg press. Remember, not over pressing with that left knee, which is what your body's gonna wanna do to help you get a little bit further. But I'd rather you get less far with your press and have proper form than to add in an extra press with that left knee. And even though we're in a light spring, it's gonna feel really challenging on the core, the shoulders. I know I'm sweating. If you need to adjust your position at all, please take the time to do so. Good, after this next one, we're doing 5 of those knee hovers, this time left knee hovers. We press away, take a deep inhale, bring that left knee up to chest, you bring it back down, carriage returns, 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. Last one. Good, bring that carriage in. Widen those knees. Carefully set your bum back and reach those arms long. Perfect. From here, I'm going to sit facing you. I am going to switch my spring to a lighter spring, so 1 blue spring or 1 medium spring. We're going to get into the shoulders again. And I'm going to grab that strap. Now, what's nice about sitting on the box is if you want this to be more challenging, you could always just scoot down on the box, but just watch that you don't get too close to the edge because then it will tip and you will fall. Both hands around that strap. We're just going to come into a nice torso twister to start. Really fire up those obliques, working back into that spinal rotation. Also, I realize that I kind of sound like a robot with this microphone, so if you have any microphone recommendations, please drop them in the comments below. I am definitely seeking a new one. So I apologize if it sounds a little bit funny and annoying today. Good, last one here. You're gonna come back to center. Keep the strap in the left hand, arms separate. You come into a single arm hug a tree. We're gonna go for 10, 9. Now if you wanted to make this harder, you can slowly start bringing your arms up a little bit higher, or you can stay low. We go for 7. You do a mix for 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to pass that strap over to your right hand. You're just going to sit with your left hand supporting. You're going to bring that arm over top of your head. This is going to feel heavy on a blue. We might only do 5 or 6. Tricep extension. Good. We're going for 5. For 4, go down to a white or a yellow if you need to. For 3. For 2. And last one. I don't want to know what that's going to feel like on the left side, but unfortunately, we have to. From here, you can drop that strap. Staying on the blue spring, you are going to face the front. And you probably guessed it, we're going to do some more core work. Now I'm going to give you the option to do heeling or right on your toes. I'm going to start kneeling and then give you a progression to your toes. Hands are going to be on the bar, knees on the box, and you're just pressing forward and back. Really feeling this in the abdominals. Hands and shoulders stay in line. Neck is really long, gaze is just in front of you on the floor. If this feels comfortable for you, then you can stay here. But something that you can add on is as you press, you're going to pause, you're going to tuck those toes, you're going to press up into a full plank, bring the knees down, and then bring it on in. Good. Take a deep inhale, press out, pause. Exhale, push up onto the toes, full plank. Knees come down and in. I am trembling. Good. Little press out, pause, full press, knees in, carriage comes all the way in. Good. Can we do 4 more like this? Last 3. Last 2. And last 1, except we're going to hold this plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come in, carriage also comes in, and you're just going to roll out those shoulders, shake out those wrists, take a deep breath, maybe take a sip of water, and then we're going to go right to the other side. So we're doing torso twister for 10, we're going to do single arm hug a tree for 10, and then 5 of those tricep extensions because those ones are really tough. I apologize, my back will be facing you. Remember, if you want more tension, you can scoot your butt over. We go for 10 rotations. Keep those hips and knees facing forward. You're initiating that rotation with your belly button, arms just come for a ride. We go for 7. 6. Keep that breath flowing. 5. Last 3. Keep looking at your hands. Last 2. Allow your heart to turn both directions. Last 1. Good. We come back to center. Arms slight bend. 10 hug a trees. Awesome job. We go for 9 more. Keep the pace controlled. Try not to rush through it. 8. Keep tucking those ribs in for 7. Shoulders away from the ears for 6. You're halfway there. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. You pass that strap over to your left hand. Support with your right hand. Bring that elbow and hand up over your head. You're allowed to have a little C curve in your spine. We go for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And for 1. And that strap can come all the way down. We are going to take this box off and just place it to the side. And then we are going to come down and do a little bit of glutes, hands and straps. So I'm going to put my springs to 1 red and 1 blue. You're going to lay all the way down. Hunters can be up or down, but if you have any neck issues, down might be the best way to start so we don't compress the neck into our bridges. And then once we get into hands and straps, you might want to bring that up for more support. You're going to take your heels to the bar, hands by your side. Take a deep inhale. Big exhale, pull the abdominals in, heavy on those heels, coming into a nice glute bridge. Remember, you want to keep that carriage as still as you can and then coming back down. Now to make this bridge feel a little bit easier, think about dumping a lot of weight into the backs of the shoulder blades. Good. And back down. We don't want to feel any discomfort in the low back, so if you need to add a little curl through that tailbone, you may. We are on a lighter spring setting, so it's going to be hard to keep that carriage completely still. But you will feel glutes and hamstrings. Now feel free to adjust that stopper if you need to. If you feel like your knees are too far into your chest, you might want to set that stopper back because your carriage will move automatically. Just take your breath with you. Good. The next time you go up, you pause. From here, you press that carriage away. You pull it back in, and you drop the bum down. Take a deep inhale, prepare. Exhale, press up into your bridge. Push that carriage away. Pull it back in, and come on down. And you repeat. I'm feeling this all in my hamstrings, my glutes, back of the calf. Nice job. If you want less support, you can bring those arms up or keep them down. Good. We pop up, we hold, we press back and forth for 10. Keep the bum lifted. For 9, 8, 7, my legs are on fire. Last 6, 5, 4, last 3, you can do it. Last 2, you press out one last time. When you come in, we're not done. You're gonna hold that bridge out and just for 10 more, knees come out and back and for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, last 5. Breathe, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those knees in, lower down. Hug those knees into your chest. We're going to work into the calves next, toes come to the bar. Pretty narrow stance. Gentle press away. Just let your breath come back down. And you're just going to move in and out to start. And then you're going to press and hold. You're going to let those heels drop under the bar. You're going to press away, pull those heels up, keep ribs connected into the carriage. Good, and just keep your breath fluid with you. I'm going to lift my headrest up here. And you can do the same if you feel comfortable doing that. And we just lift and lower. Good. Can you bring heels together, toes apart? Just 10. It's going to burn really quickly. Breathe through it. We drop the heels like a little ballerina into that plie. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels come back under toes. We start to pedal the feet. Take a moment just to really enjoy the stretch on that one leg and then you can switch. If it feels good to do a gentle bounce, that's fine too. And you're just gonna go back and forth. You're not gonna rush through it. Good, last 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend both knees to come all the way down. You are going to reach for those straps, make sure they're not twisted. We'll meet with legs and tabletop. We're just gonna go right into a nice arm arc. So pulling those arms down, reaching long through hands, fingertips, knuckles, whatever you choose. Beautiful. Exhaling as you pull, pulling from those armpit muscles, keeping that tailbone grounded, making sure the space between your back and the mat isn't too big. Good. The next time your arms come down, you pause, you tap one toe down to the springs or the floor. Keep reaching through the straps, other side, back into that tabletop like we started with, and then return hands over shoulders. You exhale, arms come down, you tap, and come back up. You're in control of how far down you tap those feet. Now, I'm going to give you a progression. If this feels too easy, as you pull your arms down, both feet can drop towards the springs and back up. Good, big exhale. Nice. We go for 4. Last 2. Last 1, you hold your arms, you go for 10 double leg taps or alternating toe taps. 8, 7, 6, last 5, breathe through it, 4, last 2, last 1, and you can return those hands all the way back up. You're gonna hang those straps back up. Heels are gonna come to the bar. Except your right leg's gonna come into tabletop single leg press. Flex those feet and you're gonna switch. Your right heel comes to the bar. Getting some single leg work. Now if it does feel too light, you are welcome to come on up and change the springs. Depending what your goal is for today. If you're looking for a bad, mean workout, add those springs. If you want to use this just to stay comfortable, kind of catch your breath here, you can stay on a red and a blue. I'm going to choose to catch my breath here. That doesn't mean I won't progress this. Once we get comfortable, always make sure we have to switch it up. Can't get too comfy. Good. The next time your right foot comes to that bar, we do 10 consecutive presses. Good. 9, 8. The burn is going to build even on a lighter spring settings. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Now, the next time you come down, so on this last one, you come down halfway, little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flush that leg out, just a couple presses back and forth. And then when you come down, your left leg can come to the bar. Shake out that right leg, it comes to tabletop. Next. We're just going to go right into that single leg press here. Full range of motion for 10. This leg is feeling fatigued even just to hold it up here. last count. So we're gonna go for 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Now as you come down for this last one, you go down halfway, we pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pump out that leg, just a couple of full range of motion presses, and then both heels come to the bar. Just a few more presses just to finish it off. And then you come all the way back down. You hook the knees over the bar. If that means you have to scoot your body down a bit more, that's fine. Really bend the knees to find support. Arms reach up to the ceiling. You're going to draw your chin into your throat. We come up into an ab curl. Good, and then we come down. Good, arms back up. Come up into that ab curl. Perfect. You got 3 more like this. Chin is tucked. Last 2. On this last one, you're going to stay. And then we are going to begin coming into our stretch. So I'm going to suggest 1 red spring for all of these next exercises. We're going to start with our mermaid. I'm going to face you. My left shin is on that shoulder rest. My right foot is on that thigh. Hand is in the middle of the bar. We press with that right hand to reach up and over with that left. And then we stack up nice and tall. Good. Take a deep inhale, prepare. Good. Exhale. Really trying to keep that left hip grounded, making a nice C curve with your body. Not just leaning into the bar. You have 2 more. Last one. And then before the other side, we're going to face the back. From here, you are going to grab your straps. Sorry, you're going to grab 1 strap. We'll start with the right strap. You're going to take your hand through the loop onto that rope. Scoot back a little bit. Feet flex, sitting right on those sitting bones. If your hamstrings are tight, you can bend the knees a little bit. That's fine. Other arm reaches back behind you. That rope is going to reach your body and hand towards that opposite foot. You're going to stack up tall, come into a single arm row. Good. We're coming into a saw here. Really enjoying that stretch, but adding in that little row of work. Good. You can even add an opposite arm reach just to keep shoulder range of motion. Make sure that every part of your body is working right now. But just really enjoy that stretch. Good, we do 2 more and then we'll switch legs. Last one. Good, and then you can drop that strap. Your left strap goes through your right hand, holding on to that rope part. And we reach for that left foot with right arm and come into that single arm row. Really enjoying that saw type of stretch. This has become one of my favorite exercises now. We're going to do 2 more. There's something about it that just feels so good, a little bit of stretch and a little bit of strengthen. I also just love a good row. Last one. Awesome job. We drop that strap. We face the other way. Sorry for facing away. Left hand comes onto that bar, right shin against the shoulder rest. We press and reach, keeping right hip glued down, and then we stack up tall. We inhale, we press, and we stack up tall. We go for 3 more. Last 2. And last one. And to finish off class, We are going to do an elephant because it is my absolute favorite. I have a lot of favorites, but I think elephant just can't be beat for me. Maybe because I have tight hamstrings. Send those hips back, ears line up with armpits, little press back through the legs. Again, you can change your foot and hip position if you want to bring your feet out a little bit more or more parallel. I'm going to challenge myself to stay parallel because I do walk with toes out. If you need a little micro bend in your knees, that's fine. You can add more springs if you wish. But I'm comfortable in a heavy and a medium. Just make sure your arms aren't doing any more work. So I see a lot of people let their body reach forward and they push with their arms. Light grip on the hands. All movement comes from the lower body. We go for 3. Really enjoy that stretch at the end. Last 2. And last one. And we come on down. Thank you for joining me for another quick reformer workout. I look forward to making more for you. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share with all your friends.